Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful crisp December morning. It's Friday. This training week is absolutely flying by, but it's been a great week. I'll go through what I've done so far this week and what I've got coming up shortly, but I think I've decided on my race. I think I've decided on my A race for next year. Previous videos I've mentioned potentially Ironman Copenhagen. Well, that doesn't fall so well with some of the business trips we've got next week planned, so I think it's going to have to be Challenge Almere again. I loved it last time. Familiarity with the course certainly helps when you're going for a PB. Every part of it worked really well, you know, travelling across on the boat with the van, staying in the van, you know, for the weekend, getting to the race HQ, getting to the venue, bike setup, swim course, bike run course, everything worked really perfectly. I know what to expect. I think I can shave 26 minutes off what I did there last time, so I think Challenge Almere is the one for me next time. Anyway, I haven't booked it yet, so it's not definite. I haven't paid for it just yet, but date wise it works, and in every other way I think it's the one. So let's go through this week's training so far. Well, I got back from, where was I? Lanzarote early on Sunday morning, so I got back about 4:30 AM. We've had no boiler at home for the last couple of weeks. The boiler's packed up, so I had to whiz home at 4 AM to try and get the boiler working. Although it looks sunny here, it is cold. It's about -1 at the moment. So yeah, I got home 4:30 Sunday morning, managed to kick the boiler into life. But then the rest of Sunday was a rest day, catching up really, unpacking all the rubbish from Lanzarote and from Allerdale before that, and generally catching up with the family. So Sunday was a non-training rest day, which was really nice, just to have that downtime, just to catch up and spend time with the family. Monday, up at 6:30 for a Monday morning swim. So I've swum 3 times this week at 7 o'clock. Which I'm really proud of. It's a big ask for me to get up that early on 3 times a week, but I'm slowly getting my body towards it. Anyway, we started off Monday with a 7 AM swim, and then Monday afternoon we had a Zwift session, 90 minutes, including 4 lots of 1 minute hard, which was about 260 watts, and then 9 minutes of steady effort, which was about 170 watts, I think. Just a little bit short of Ironman power, so just building that power up steadily towards getting back to some sort of decent power output. So 4 lots of 1 minute hard, 9 minutes steady, 5 minutes recovery into a 90-minute block, which I did on Zwift because the roads are just too slippery for that kind of thing at the moment. So that was Monday. The swim on Monday was just a 30-minute continuous, which I've done a few times over the last couple of months. Just 30 minutes continuous swim, set the alarm, set the timer on the Garmin for 30 minutes and just swim continuous steady effort. And I think I did about another 100 meters on what I've normally done the previous few weeks, so that's a nice, see a little bit of improvement there. Trying to keep the effort steady, trying not to get out of breath, just sort of 5 out of 10 effort, I suppose. And yeah, I think I did 1,800 yards in that 30 minutes. Tuesday I was back down in Oxshott with Greg. We did a hill session, a hill running session. So it was an hour of running with 8 lots of 1 minute hill, 2 minute recovery. And luckily down that way you do actually get hills that take you a minute to get up, which you don't around here. But yeah, we found a nice steady incline, 8 lots of 1 minute hill. It's nice to be doing those with someone else because he pushes me a little bit on those. I like to stay in front of him. I can hear him behind me. And it wasn't enough for much of a slope, but it was a decent slope that I can hear his footsteps behind me and it pushes me on. I think we're sort of 6:30, average 6:30 miling, sometimes 6:20, sometimes 6:40. But it's nice also to run between gateways on a hill, and there's the starting position, which we use the same one every time, and then trying to keep to finishing at the same point every time or going a little bit further. And as it should be with a session like that, the last one was the furthest. So that was Tuesday, 1 minute hills. Wednesday, back in the pool again, 7 AM swim, and this time for a drill session. So it totaled out to be about 1,800 yards, fairly decent pace, but the majority of it was 50-metre drill sets, just trying out different drills, working on the stroke, working on the form rather than effort. So Wednesday morning that was the swim, and then Wednesday afternoon I just did a 30-minute easy recovery run with Dexter. And for that I did the same course I've done many times, 4-mile recovery run, 2 miles out, 2 miles back, average about 8:30, 8:35, and it's really good because over time I can compare where my fitness is now to where it has been in previous training blocks. And finally it looks like we're cracking this COVID situation. My fitness is definitely on the way back now. Heart rate's coming down on these easy runs, able to push the runs a bit further and a bit faster. So it's great to see that recovery happening, and it's something I do monitor in my easy runs. So yeah, great to see it coming back again. So Thursday, yesterday, it was new bike day. That more details on that in another video, but incredible new bike day. The replacement for the Specialized S-Works Epic is here, and it is incredible. So I went out for a test ride on that, and there will be a separate video just about that bike coming up very soon. So it was a 1 hour ride. My son Ellis came with me on the e-bike. Managed to get a little bit of footage and some photos and stuff, but yeah, a lot more details to follow on that on another video. New bike build, which is ridiculous, so that'll have a video of its own. And then yeah, Thursday evening was club run. So I'd planned a 6.5 mile route, half a mile warm up and cool down. Only me and 2 other runners, but it was very nice. We were all about the same pace, so there's no looping, no messing about. We just did 5 miles, starting at about 8:30 down to about 7:55 miling, progressively getting quicker, and then just eased it back off for the last 2.5 miles back down to about 8:20, 8:30 miling. So nice little club run, lovely, calm, still, cool night for it. Frosty underfoot, no wind, no rain, just really chilly winter run, which was nice. So that was last night. Today, Friday, I started with the 3rd and final swim of the week, which was a big one. It's about 2,500 meters I did today, with some 200s, some kick, some pull buoy work, some drills, some progressive 10 by 100s, a nice varied session. 10 by 100s alternating at 2 sort of steady and easy paces based on my CSS pace. So they're about 140 to 155 I think for the 100s, alternating between those. But yeah, it worked out to be 2,500 meters. Again, really pleased with the pace. And then that is it for the rest of the day. Tomorrow I've got a 70-minute run to do, with some blocks of not hard effort, just down to about 7:45 I think, having had a look at the plan. 7:45, yeah. And then Sunday I've got a 2-hour mountain bike ride to do. So I'll be taking the new bike over to Thetford Forest, hitting the trails over there. So, but that's an update as to this week. Another solid week. Really pleased with how the training's going this week. Feeling good. Just got to sort the nutrition out because that's a disaster. Yeah, so nutrition right now is not good. It's not pretty. While we were in Lanzarote, we ate very well for a few days. We had a couple of cheeky beers here or there after the race, bottle of wine on the plane, that sort of thing. And I've just carried it on through. Got home, it was my son's 18th birthday. He got loads of chocolate, so I've been eating chocolate out of the fridge. Nutrition is a disaster right now. But what do you do? It's really difficult. Like 2 weeks away from Christmas, do I stick myself on an 8-week eating plan, knowing that Christmas should be, you know, loads of fun, loads of good food? Do I stick myself on an 8-week health eating plan with Kerry Holland now, or do I just carry on as I am, getting the training back, try not to be too ridiculous with the eating, but you know, fueling up after the fairly heavy training I'm doing? I don't know, it's a difficult one. But yeah, 2 weeks till Christmas, not the ideal time to start a healthy eating plan, but is there ever an ideal time? Probably isn't. Let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments, what should I do? Keep on eating like a fat bloater, or get my shit in order and start fueling the training more effectively, get my weight back down where it would be? Anyway, there you go, that's an update for this week so far. All good, eating too much. Saturday today's run, I've come down to Whitlingham Lake, just about 1.5 miles outside of Norwich. One of those deals where Vicky's doing some shopping, a bit of Christmas shopping, and I wanted to get an hour's run in after parkrun this morning, so we agreed to come up to Norwich. She gets a head start on the shopping, I get an hour's run somewhere new, aka here, and then go back, get changed in the car, get a cup of coffee, get a bit of cake, and then probably a little bit more shopping. But it means we get all things ticked off, get home in time for the football later. So yeah, here we are, Whitlingham Lake. It's very chilly. I think the car said 1 degree, but it feels about that. Very chilly, calm still. Lovely place to run around. Norwich Olympic Triathlon Run goes around here, so it's a nice place to run. One lap's about 5k. We'll get cracking on that in a minute. And if you need the what 3 words, song crush pies. All about the pies today, because I've been eating too many of them. Anyway, where are we up to? 4 minutes 10, 50 seconds of walking to go ish, and then we'll get cracking with 30 minutes around the lake, and I'll show you a few bits of it as we go around. There's a heron flying over somewhere there. So yeah, get this done, get back, get into the shops, get a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and then get home in time for England France in about 3 hours time. Some old ruins there, don't know what of, but here we go, we're on the course now. So here we go, here's the big side of Whitlingham Lake. This is where the Norwich Triathlon takes place. Swim is out round back in there, and the run is bits around this path. Done it a couple of times, but not for a few years. And we're around the top end of the lake now, about 2.5 miles in. Really icy over here, back on the mud. But yeah, that's where the tri starts from, and you can hire kayaks and things, I think, or maybe it's school trips. But yeah, top end of Whitlingham Lake. Until when you're back in the city, can't you? Okay, Sunday lunchtime now. Took the mountain bike out this morning, did about 75 minutes, hoped to get it up to 2 hours, but constrained by other things really going on. But you know, 75 minutes mountain biking is probably more like, what, hour and 45 on the roads. That's what I'm telling myself. It's all the time I had, so I just had to make the best of it. But if you can see the state of the roads behind me, it's just sheet ice. It was definitely better done on the trails rather than trying to do any sort of road riding. But yeah, nice to get the new bike out around Thetford High Lodge trails, and I'll certainly be going there again very soon. It was lots of fun. Went with a couple of mates, did a couple of laps of some of the standard routes. Loads of fun, and I'll be doing that again soon as time and weather is permitting, really, and I'll take the camera around next time when I do go. But that's probably a wrap to this week. Solid week of training. Can't wait to get cracking into the next one. Let me know what you've been up to, how your week has gone, what you got coming up, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.